a second-generation Indian. My parents were born in India, and they came here for work, and they had my sister and I here in Georgia. And because I'm a good Indian boy, I go to India every other year or so with my parents to meet my extended family. And the last time we went was actually last year, where part of the trip we spent at my aunt's house in Mumbai, one of the major cities in India. And as a nice present, we decided to go to the beach one day. Now, there's one thing you don't know about India, is that it's a great place. It has great people, great food, great atmosphere, it's all great, except for the pollution. India itself produces over 1 million tons of pollution each year, and it's killing us. It's leading to its demise. I didn't know how big of a number this was until I had to experience it that same day when we went to the beach. I always knew there was trash in the ocean, but I never knew how much. I mean, it's the oceans, for God's sakes, it's huge. But anyways, we went down the boardwalk, past the street vendors, and onto the sand, and immediately, I saw the most crowded beach, or place for that matter, that I've ever seen in my life. But I was no foreigner to this crowd. I've been to India before, so I decided to ignore the crowd, and I found a spot on the sand with my family, next to some trash, cigarettes, the usual litter. And I decided to ignore that too. I got a little claustrophobic on the sand, so I decided to go into the water. So I went in, one foot, then the other, left, right, until I'm about waist deep, ready to dive in. And then something gets me. This creature wraps around my leg, not letting go, the current pushing it onto me. And being the great brave son of my father, I'm completely terrified. I'm thinking, where's the bite, the pinch, the sting? Oh God, take me already. But I muster some courage to look down, with the jaws theme now playing in my head as I confront my assailant. So I grab the creature, and I take it out, and I look it in the eye. And that creature was the most horrendous sight that I've ever seen in my life. I'm standing in the middle of the ocean, surrounded by the beautiful nature of the water, holding a plastic bag. And then it hit me. A cardboard box. Then a plastic water bottle. All this trash just keeps on flowing onto me. Completely disgusted, I run to my mom and I ask her with all my innocence, why? Why is it like this? Why is the beautiful ocean that I've loved since a child, why has it been polluted? She tells me that it's because of the population. That's because of the over 1 billion people there, that it's their fault, or some other excuse to shield me from the truth. So I go to my dad. He doesn't hesitate in telling me why. He tells me that it's not because of the population, it's because of the people. It's because of the companies. That it's easier for them to dump in the ocean than to dispose of their waste properly. That it's cheaper, that it takes less time. That they would rather not dispose of their waste properly, or they would not spend the time to fix the problem that they themselves have created. And personally, that's when I saw it. I saw that humans are selfish. That I'm selfish, you're selfish, we're all selfish, but none of us want to be. And that made me wonder, why are we selfish? Is it a good or bad thing? And for that matter, since we all possess the quality, how is it beneficial to us? So I did some research, and the most obvious answer as to how it's beneficial to us is because of survival. Imagine this. You're in the African savannah, you haven't eaten in weeks, and there you see it, it's gold. It's a limping gazelle. Now at this point, there's 3 options. You could either be like me, be a vegetarian, and probably die in the next couple of days because of your choices. You could either kill that animal and share it with your tribe, be the hero and do the right thing. Or you could be like most people and kill the animal and eat it for yourself. Live a couple more days and maybe even live to reproduce. Now I know many of you in the audience would believe that you would do the more honorable thing of sharing with your tribe. But I'm not only willing to say that you would keep the meat for yourself, I'm willing to say that you would fight for the meat. You would push, shove, even kill just to get that meat. And this is nothing to be ashamed of. It's extremely natural. In fact, it's all natural. In the sense that it's these kind of environmental pressures that are pushing this characteristic upon us, which is nowadays considered immoral. And that made me wonder, why is it frowned upon by our society? Why is it considered immoral? So I did some more research, and I realized that this characteristic is not only found in humans, it's found in animals all over the world. Like how some penguins will push other penguins off of a cliff into the ocean just to see if their shelter is safe, to see if the place where they've grown up is safe for their entire life. It's not for the other penguins, it's for themselves. But humans were different. We've changed over time. we've changed from being a singular, survival-based society into a more tribal, social-based race. And this eliminates the need to be as selfish as was before. And that made me wonder, why are we still selfish? Why are we still like this? Why are we not fabulously selfless? I did some more research, and I found that the answer to that is that we can't be fabulously selfless. We can be absolutely altruistic. If none of us in the world ever did anything for ourselves, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be the great society that we are today. We wouldn't be the great species that we are today. But what we can do is look at the big picture and give consideration to those processes that are bigger than us. And many of us do this with the one thing that has been with us for over thousands of years, and that's religion. Of all the major religions in the world, almost all of them have some guideline or some rule about how to act considering being selfish. Christianity states selfishness is evil in every disorder and is willfully putting God to the test. Islam says that he who can rid the stinginess within the soul, he who can give preference to others, they will be the successful ones. Hinduism says that selfish desire is found within the mind, the intellect, and the senses, and is leading wisdom into delusion. But definitively, the most prominent religion addressing selfishness is Buddhism. And this is shown through their four noble truths. 1. Living is suffering. 2. Suffering is caused by greed and desire. 3. The only way to rid suffering is to rid greed and desire. And 4. The only way to rid greed and desire is to follow their eightfold path. So it's clear that selfishness is frowned upon by society and frowned upon by all the religions in the world. So why are we still like this? Between Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, that's 5.3 billion people, over 75% of the world who claim to follow that religion. But I'm willing to say that most of the people in this room do not follow what their religion, or what their parents, or what they themselves even say about how to act being selfishness. And this isn't because of some malicious intent, it's because it's hard to be selfless. It's hard to give preference to others. It takes a certain kind of person to look beyond what's right in front of them and worry about the actions of others, not themselves. Arguably, in some ways, humans being selfish is us trying to be subconscious team players. Take this for example. Let's say you want to beat the person who's next to you on a test. You want to get a better grade than them because you want to get into a better college than them. And if you can get into a better college, you can do the job you're good at. And if you can do the job you're good at, you can give a positive contribution to humanity. And isn't that why we do everything? Isn't that why we do anything? Because we want to help humanity? Maybe I'm too optimistic, but I refuse to believe every action, every thought, every decision that we make is not to help humanity. But there's a difference between fueling your greed and fueling your desire and looking out for you and your species. The late Ray Bradbury conceptualized the life many of us live today with the question, is it because we're having so much fun at home that we've forgotten the world? Is it because we're so rich and the rest of the world is so poor that we just don't care if they are? With these materialistic thoughts, we have been corrupted over time. And if you still don't believe me, let's do a little experiment. Let's say you have the opportunity to either feed 500 kids in poverty who will probably die in the next couple of days because they can't afford food. Or you could get your dream house, your dream boat, your dream car, your dream life. It's under there. The keys are under your chairs. Go ahead, look. And while you're at it, quit dreaming because this isn't Oprah. I don't have any money. I'm a freshman. But how many of you would take the deal? How many of you would take that dream life over helping those 500 kids who mean nothing to you? They don't know you. You don't know them. This just goes to show how small-minded humans can be. Don't get me wrong. We're amazing. We're capable of complex thought, emotion, sadness, passion, love, all of that. We have the tools to be amazing. We have the capacity to be amazing, and we can be amazing. But you know what isn't amazing? What those materialistic thoughts, what those superficial thoughts and ideas have done to us over time. We worship objects. They're the center of our lives. We can't do anything without them. We let a piece of paper run every single decision we make. And for what? It's going to be gone in a second. So then I ask you, why is that piece of paper running your life? Why do we not use the beautiful gray matter between our ears to work upon the hardships of others and fix them? Like I said, we have the tools to be amazing, We have the capacity to be amazing, we have the decisions to be amazing, we have the morals to be amazing, we have everything to be amazing, and we can be amazing. But only by realizing one thing. There is no I in team. These thoughts, these feelings, these actions, these decisions, they're not yours, they're not mine, they're part of a team. A team of over 7 billion people in this world who truly do care for each other, but just have a little trouble remembering. So I ask you, I challenge you, go out there, make a difference in someone's life, do something for someone else, listen to someone's problems, try to fix one of the world's problems. Not for me, not for you, not for him, not for her, but for us. Thank you.